Just to continue with some of those dihybrid crosses and some typical ratios, phenotype ratios, let's just review some stuff. So the one we just did, and we didn't complete it, but where you have heterozygous at both loci, um, remember that we're talking about individuals that have a large S and a small s for texture, so smooth and rough. And then for color, big Y is yellow, small y is green. So if you cross that with another one in the same situation, these are the different combinations you can get. So here we have a smooth pea plant that's yellow. So let's circle all the ones that are smooth and yellow. So that's smooth and yellow. That's smooth and yellow, right? Because the big Y will dominate. This is smooth and yellow. And so is also smooth and yellow. And this is smooth and yellow. And this is smooth and yellow, right? And this is smooth and yellow anymore, a smooth and yellow down here. So if you count those up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you're going to get 9 with both those like dominant phenotypes, smooth and yellow. All right, let's see how many are smooth and green. So here, let's change the color. Let's make it a green one. So here's a smooth and green. Here's a smooth and green, right? Two little y's, recessive is green. And here is a smooth and green. So that's where our 3 comes in. What about rough, which is little s, and yellow? So let's do that with a red one. So this is rough, small s, and it's also yellow. This is rough, small s, with the dominant yellow. And here's another one. That'll be our other third. And lastly, we have recessive at both, and that's 1. So that's how you get a 9 to 3 to 3 to 1 ratio when you cross two heterozygous individuals and heterozygous for both genes. But they might ask you something different. So what, for example, we have a heterozygous plant, but here we're only heterozygous at one of the locus. So that's what it's saying there. And the other one's dominant homozygous. So there's no sense in writing it more than you need. Because, we could have written this out, right? You could have a big S and a big Y, which is here. But you could also have a small s and a small y. And you could have a big S and this big Y, right? Big S, big Y. And this little s and that big Y. But it doesn't make sense to do this because it's exactly the same and it's not going to change your ratios. So don't waste your time when you're doing these crosses. And then you do the crosses. So big S, big S, big Y. And you can do these crosses and you count your ratios. And let's count how many smooth yellow we have. So here's a smooth yellow. Here's a smooth yellow. Here's a smooth yellow. Here's a smooth yellow, right? A big S is going to be smooth. A big Y is going to be yellow. Big S is going to be smooth. Big Y is going to be yellow. So that would be 6 of those phenotypes, smooth and yellow. But we also have these recessive little s's, which would be recessive. So we have 2 individuals here that would have the phenotype rough, but also yellow. So that's good practice. There's a couple other ones down here for practice. I put one here, and plenty of practice in your EB sheets as always.